my name is Christian Sullivan. I'd like to welcome you to our new school. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sue Myers, and I am the principal of Monarch Academy, Annapolis, and I want to welcome you here to our wonderful school. We are so excited to have opened this school in Annapolis and to be able to offer such a wonderful educational program for our students in the Annapolis area. The first speaker that I would like to introduce this morning is Dr. Andrew Ross, President and CEO of the Children's Guild and Trans-Ed Alliance, whose vision helped make Monarch Annapolis a reality.
Amen. Thank you, Sue. Well, I'd like to start off. I have a question for the students here today. I'm just wondering, do you believe in magic? If you believe in magic, would you just put up your hand? Well, good. You're like me. I believe in magic. And what makes magic happen is when you can take what looks like it's impossible and make it possible. This always amazes people. Well, sometimes you need some supernatural tools to make magic happen. And one of those tools we have is what we call cooperation. And what seemed to be impossible about, maybe around last Halloween, was that we could have all of you sitting in this room rather than in an overcrowded school. And what happened was the people that had to cooperate really did a great job of doing that. And I want to thank them, the County Executive Schuh and the County Council and the Anne Arundel County Public Schools Board, as well as Dr. Olato is the Anne Arundel County Superintendent. And then we had Mayor Pantelides and all the people over at the city that he's responsible for. And together, we cooperated. But even though we were cooperating, we still couldn't cooperate enough unless we had someone else that would help us out to make this all happen. And because we all wanted a school, but none of us really had enough money to make it a school, take this old building and make it a school. So we got together with a person named Steve Shaw, who you're going to hear from later. And this individual purchased this building and made it possible and cooperated with us so that we can have a school. And like magic, you appeared here today. But cooperation isn't the only supernatural force we have here at Monarch. We also have another powerful spell, and it's called art, to completely transform the building from a nice building into a beautiful work of art. And I thought I'd show you something. I have a friend, his name is Mr. Frank Cross. And Mr. Cross, he gave me this magic coloring book. And I'll sort of show you what I mean. Now, when we started, the school just looked just like that. Just nothing special, just like that. And then we had a guy named Mr. Shaw hired a man named Mr. Searfoss. Mr. Searfoss, he had the art of building. So he came in here and he made this school look just like this. Is our artists came, and when our artists are done, it's going to make the school look just like this. So don't tell me there's not magic. Well, to make sure that we do a good job of providing the things that create the magic of each student's education, we're going to measure our success in this school through providing what we call a holistic report card to measure how you feel and how you're doing in all kinds of areas, even beyond schoolwork. And we know that what success is to make sure that when you leave the 5th grade, you're going to be ready to be a global citizen. So to be a global citizen, you're going to need to know how people think in other countries, not just in our country. You're going to be able to think across different kinds of, like, from history, and you're going to understand science and art, and how to think across all of those different things you're learning and create something different than what exists in any one of those. And you're going to learn how to reinvent yourself, because in the world that you're growing up in, robots might take the place of a job that somebody has today, might even take a place of your job. So over and over again, you're going to have to figure out what else you can do, and you're going to learn and how you can do it and how you can reinvent yourself. And last but not least, you're going to be exposed to different languages, and you're going to start off with Spanish, but you're going to need to become fluent in a foreign language as well as in coding and some other kind of languages that are technical. So to do all these things, Monarch Annapolis has a lot of diversity of ideas, and it will match the diversity of cultures of the people and the countries that you all represent who are students at this school. And if we're successful, I'm sure your parents will be proud of their child, and each student will be confident in their abilities, and each middle school who experiences a Monarch student will know that there is something magical about Monarch Annapolis. Congratulations on being the founding class of the Monarch Academy in Annapolis. So with that, I'd like to just recognize some dignitaries that are with us today, and it's really an honor for them to come and see this dedication. In addition to our speakers, we're pleased to recognize Anne Arundel County Board of Education members Maria Sasso and Colin Reinhardt, and Anne Arundel County Councilman Chris Trumbauer, CEO of the Anne Arundel County Library, Hampton Skip Auld is also with us today, former Delegate Ron George, Trish Irwin, and Chair of the Annapolis Education Committee, which is really Trish Irwin, and Mary Ellen Turner from the Housing Authority of Annapolis is with us today. Tiffany Robinson is also representing the Governor Hogan, who cannot be with us today. We have Senator Ed Riley. I saw him and thank him for coming. We also have representatives of the Delegate Michael Malone and Ellen Moyer, and the former mayor of Annapolis, Ellen Moyer is here. The chair of the Trans-Ed Alliance Board, Dr. Paul Rayo, past president of the Trans-Ed Alliance Board is Terry Carnes. Another past president with us is Suzanne Pierce. The chair of the Monarch Academy Monarch Board that governs this school, Eric DeVito, is here. And Monarch Academy Anne Arundel board member Ray Zapersky and Louise Telefero are also here. And finally, Steve Shaw, who I mentioned before. Steve Shaw is head of Shaw Real Estate and our landlord for this building. And Steve, I understand you have a special announcement for us today and have a few people you'd like to thank.
Thank you very much. If you look out and see these incredible faces in front of us, this is a rare opportunity for somebody who builds buildings for a living. Most buildings are empty warehouses, and don't have this kind of excitement and energy in them, but it's really been a privilege to be able to be part of this team to put this together. This school is really about choice, that these children and their families had an opportunity to choose where they went to school, and we're really proud to provide this school to allow them the choice, and we're proud that they chose to go here. So thank you for deciding to come here. I want to thank certainly the governor, Larry Hogan, the State Economic Development Director, Mike Gill, Steve Schuh of Anne Arundel County, the county executive, Dr. Arlotto of Anne Arundel County Schools. This school was built from a capital perspective, free to the state and to the county. This was a public-private partnership. And from the day it started till this very moment, everyone involved has been part of that partnership. And the county school board, the state, the city, all those people have been part of this partnership, and we're very lucky to be part of it. The vision, though, of the school, I really think starts with Dr. Ross and Steve Baldwin and Dwayne Arbogast and Sue Myers and Greg Altieri for making this happen. That without them going out on a limb and deciding they want to put a school together here in Annapolis, it really wouldn't have happened. Believe it or not, though, that the entitlement process to build a facility in the state of Maryland is a tough process. And there's some people who stepped up, and I'm certainly not going to name them all, but there's some people who stepped up to make that process simpler. And I would start with Steve Schuh, our Anne Arundel County executive. He, in the important moments of the entitlement process, got all the stakeholders that were involved together in a room and said, hey, how can we get this thing done? And in one meeting, resolved all open issues, and we proceeded with the school last December. By the way, the school was built in 6 months, and we're very proud that we could do it in that kind of time frame. Behind the scenes, A.M.E. Brandenburg of Anne Arundel County, Todd Lamb of Capital Strategies, Pete Gottwald and Sally Nash of the City of Annapolis, Dr. Arlotto, Pat Crane, Kathy Lane, Alex here it goes, Shaksinovich, I never can get it right, of Anne Arundel County Schools, were big backers of this from the start, along with the school board, and they were a really big part of this process. But as Dr. Ross mentioned, the builders have to physically get this thing done. And steel building contractors, as I said, built this building in about 6 months with Ed Stilling and Gary Searfoss and their team, Wendy Thomas and Fred Frommel, along with, you'll notice, 25 or so subcontractors. It's easy for me to stand up here as if I was the guy with the hammer and nails, but those subcontractors, and I hope you'll take a minute and look at them all, those are small businesses in the state of Maryland that participated in this process, that hire people and keep people working and have kids in public schools, and as much of a part of this is their ability to put a team together and execute this in a very short time frame, and I want to thank them. I want to thank my partner Glenn Urkel and my wife Susan for their patience with me over the last 2 years in this process, but I also want to say that we're really proud of our state and our county and the educational leadership to allow this school to happen. And the trust they put in I have a 2-year-old company. I'm a small company. There's only 2 of us. But they put trust in us to get this done. It meant an awful lot to us that they did it. And I think, kids, it's a great thing for you to look at, that anybody can get out there and start a new company and go build a great school like this for you all. And we're really proud to be part of it. And later this week, we're going to make a significant gift to the school, and we'll announce that later in the week from a partnership. And we want to thank you for everything you've done for us and allowing us to be part of this.
Thank you, sir.
And finally, we also thank the governor's office and the county executive of Anne Arundel County and the Anne Arundel County Council and the Annapolis City Council and the House of Delegates who have presented us with proclamations today, and photos will be taken with these citations after the program.
My name is Michael, and I would like to introduce you to the President of the Board of Education for Anne Arundel County, Julie Hummer, who also has a child that goes to one of our Monarch schools.
Good morning. Today is a great day, and on behalf of my fellow board members, we are all thrilled to be here and to celebrate with you. As a parent, I have seen firsthand the innovation and vision that the Children's Guild brings to its schools. My oldest son attended Monarch Glen Burnie for 4 years, and my youngest is currently in 5th grade at Monarch Global in Laurel. Our family was closely involved in bringing Monarch to the Laurel area, and we know well the challenges and obstacles involved in building a new school from scratch. Let's just say I learned far more about permitting and sewage capacity than I ever anticipated. Monarch Annapolis faced its own challenges and the road had its twists and turns, but today we celebrate the successful navigation of that road. We celebrate the potential a new school of choice offers for nearly 600 children and their families, and we celebrate the opportunities children here are being afforded with our great partner, the Children's Guild. This is a magnificent facility, and there's an awesome staff ready to make awesome things happen for children. We're all excited to see what the future holds as we move forward together. So let's go out there and show them what you can do, Monarch kids. Go. Hey.
My name is Luis Garcia, and I am pleased to introduce to you the Superintendent of Anne Arundel Public Schools, Dr. George Arlotto.
Good morning. This really is very exciting. In her remarks, Mrs. Hummer used the word magnificent. Really good word. And I want to add another word to today's celebration, and that's transformation. It begins with this building, which the adults know well, a year ago was a very, very, very different place. And through the partnerships that you've heard about with Mr. Schuh and the Children's Guild, this building has been transformed into this awesome educational facility for you. It's not unusual, though, to talk about transformation and the Children's Guild in the same sentence. It is, after all, transformation education, or trans ed, that's at the heart of everything that the Children's Guild does. And that approach, as you've heard, has produced 2 other fabulous schools, our awesome schools, our Monarch schools, and we know that Monarch Annapolis, the newest, is going to follow in suit. So, as I look around and I think about transformation of this building, I can't help and think about the transformation upcoming for our students. Because of the love and dedication and caring of this staff and this wonderful principal, I know that you, our students, and our families and community are in for a transformation. We are delighted that Monarch Annapolis is now part of Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Welcome. Thank you.
My name is Nick, and I have the privilege of introducing the Anne Arundel County Executive, Steve Schuh.
Good morning. What a wonderful day today is for Anne Arundel County and Annapolis. And are you kids excited about your new school? Yeah! Awesome, it's wonderful, it's beautiful. I especially want to acknowledge the efforts of the Panelides administration and the state of Maryland in making sure that this school opened as scheduled. There were some permitting issues, as Chairman Hummer mentioned, and we got through them thanks to the great partnership between the state, or among the state, city, and county. In fact, this school and this event is attributable to the combined efforts of a lot of people, and many of them have been mentioned, but it never hurts to say thank you or to acknowledge people more than once. So, Anne Arundel County Public Schools, what great work. The City of Annapolis, the State of Maryland, our staff at the county, the Children's Guild, which is doing such a great job all around the county, and of course the private sector, Shaw Real Estate, Steve Shaw, all coming together to make this great event happen today. And I think that deserves a round of applause. We are very fortunate to have a great education system here in Anne Arundel County, and we've been working very hard over the last 3 years to make it even better by accelerating school construction, improving compensation, and assuring that our Teachers' Health Benefits Fund is stable and solvent for the long run. And I have believed for many years now that the traditional public school system is one of the great achievements of our country and of Western civilization generally. But every child is different, and traditional public education is not for everyone under every circumstance. Some children are more suited for homeschooling or private parochial schools. Others need a learning environment that allows for more curriculum flexibility and innovation. Contract and charter schools like Monarch Academy provide exactly that environment. Here at Monarch, they will focus on transformative education that is child-centered in nature, where each student will be known, nurtured, and celebrated. I'm incredibly excited for the students here as they begin an educational path that will never end. And by the way, as you kids grow and further develop in your lives, you're going to look back on today as one of the most important days of your whole life, because your whole future, thanks to this school, is now going in a very different direction. That journey will continue through middle school, high school, college, and beyond. And even though I'm an old man, I'm 57, even though I'm all grown up, I can tell you there's not a day that goes by where I don't learn something new. So to the students here today, good luck to each and every one of you. Enjoy this wonderful school, and may each of you have an incredible education journey. Have a great day.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Jimena Ávila Hernández. Me gustaría presentarles el señor Mike Pantarillas, el alcalde de Annapolis.
My name is Rafael Martinez, and I would like to introduce to you today the mayor of the city of Annapolis, Mike Pantarillas.
Good morning. How's everyone feeling today? Good. I think the kids are more excited than the adults. Got a good energy here. Well, anyway, thank you all for being here. A lot of the former speakers highlighted the partnership it took to get here, and what an exciting day it is. We have a new school opening up in Annapolis. There's lots of things that open up, businesses, restaurants, but having another school that'll help eliminate some of the overcrowding, give you more one-on-one learning is just fantastic. I can't thank enough Steve Schuh and his administration, the state of Maryland, everyone coming together to make this happen. You know, education is so important. I think about on my life, my mother and my father were the first of each of their families to go off to college. And my dad taught history at Annapolis High School, and my mom taught Spanish. So she would be so proud to see I got an introduction in Spanish and English. The education you're gonna have going forward is gonna be incredible. This is a transformative school, as people said. Contract and charter schools. Everybody in this room is different. There's not two people the same, and nobody learns the same. So it's an honor to be here, and I'm excited about the future that's going to take place. I want to thank Principal Sue Myers and all of the teachers out there who are the real heroes who come in every day and work hard. So thank you all so much, and God bless.
My name is Marisol Canales Hernandez, and I want to introduce to you the chair of Monarch Academy, Annapolis, Anne Arundel County Board, Dr. Beverly Sissy Jimenez.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Sissy Jimenez. I'm a pediatric dentist here in Annapolis. Hola, mi nombre es Doctora Sissy Jimenez y soy una dentista pediátrico aquí en Annapolis. Bienvenidos a todos a nuestra nueva escuela. I also serve on the board for the Children's Guild Monarch Academy Schools. I see some familiar faces over here. I think some of you may be my patients. Maybe I've cleaned your teeth or given you a filling or a toothbrush, or maybe I've taught you how to keep your mouth healthy. I'm very passionate about that, and I love to help all kids with their teeth. But today I want to say a few words about this beautiful new school and your new adventure in transformation and learning. We've heard that word a few times now. We all know a little bit about the amazing transformation a Monarch butterfly exhibits, its metamorphosis of beautiful color and gorgeous markings, its worldly awareness and incredible migration, and of course its magnificent wingspan. It's a perfect mascot for all of you. Like the Monarch butterfly, you will have the opportunity to thrive and grow and spread your wings here at Monarch in Annapolis and far beyond. On behalf of this community in Annapolis and the board, I want to congratulate all of you for your and our brand new school. It's beautiful and wonderful. And it is also an amazing transformation of what was once the home of our local capital newspaper. What better way to refurbish and reawaken an old, abandoned historic building than to turn it into a brand new school for our children to learn and grow and thrive and flourish. And what better way to recycle an empty space than to turn it into a school for our community's future and for Annapolis to be very proud of. As we know, the Monarch Academy is guided by the philosophy of transformation education. It's a child-centered approach with an enriched curriculum of academic rigor, project-based learning, and integrated arts and technology. It emphasizes giving students what they need to be successful in school and in life. Monarch aims to educate every student to be self-motivated, mindful, and creative critical thinkers who are lifelong learners and productive contributors to our community, locally and globally. This philosophy is already working in our other Monarch schools, and we expect the same success right here in Annapolis. We are proud that this city of Annapolis is rich in diversity and culture. The Monarch Academy will reflect that, reinforced by our strong belief that cultural sensitivity in learning is integral to creating a sense of caring. This sense of caring and preparing students for life and learning is the Monarch's simple strategy, and it starts with the environment, one just like this. It's a unique creative space to nurture intellectualism, inspire imagination, and promote inquiring minds and authentic learning. Nuestro objetivo aquí en Monarch Academy es educar a todos los estudiantes conscientes y creativos, pensadores críticos que sean aprendices de por vida y contribuyentes productivos a nuestra comunidad locales y globales. So sean bienvenidos todos, de donde quiera que sean, de cualquiera que sea tu cultura. Juntos, aquí en esta gran nueva escuela única, vamos a aprender y divertirnos. So in closing, welcome students and families from wherever you come, whatever your background, together along with your amazing teachers and each other, settle into this wonderful new space, spread your wings, take advantage of everything here and around you. As Albert Einstein said, creativity is intelligence having fun. So let's learn and let's have fun. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Malia Scott, and I am pleased to introduce Reverend Johnny Calhoun of the Mount Olive Church in Annapolis.
Somebody say yay. Say yay. I want to hear you all the way down the street say what? We give God and we're thankful to be here today. It's such a wonderful honor to be here. Young people, we love you. I want you to turn to the person next to you and say, I'm here to learn. Look him in the eye, say, I'm here to learn. Now this time say it real loud. I'm here what? To Governor Hogan and Lieutenant Governor Boyd in absentia, to our county executive, Brother Schuh, to our Mayor Pantelides, former Mayor Moyer, to Mayor Langston, to Senator Riley, Superintendent Olato, to our good friend and brother, Councilman Trumbrower, to all the county council persons, to Brother Shaw, to Ed Stilling, who we have an interesting background. He built our Life Center. To our friends at the Children's Guild, to all the elected and public officials, to those according to protocol and those that don't know who to call. I want to just say how I thank God for Susan Myers. We met her a number of years ago and discovered that Susan Myers is all in. Her inspiration, the gleam in her eye, the aspect of her having a love for children was a connection that we made about maybe 10 years ago. And so here we are in the old Capitol building. It's interesting because this is a place where people discovered information, they wrote stories, they told stories, they checked their facts, they promoted the good things that were happening in our city. And those are the kinds of things that we thank God that you'll be able to do here. I got a little feedback here. Young people, tell stories. You're going to learn to check facts. You're going to be able to grow up and you're going to be able to promote the best things in this city. We believe in y'all. We believe in you. And we're here. All of us are here together because we believe in you. We are here today. It's a great occasion to open up a school, to acknowledge another educational facility. But first and foremost, we are here because of what I'm going to call the 4 P's in a pupil. We believe in your possibilities. Y'all can accomplish anything that y'all want to accomplish. We believe in your potential, and we're going to sow into you because we want you to be the best that you can be. Because we're here, and we're here standing, and we're here making an investment because we believe in the promise of America. The promise of America is if you work hard and if you dedicate yourself, you can be the President of the United States. Any of these people up here, you can be as great as any of them because we need your prosperity. Our country needs to be a country where all of us are concerned and committed contributors to the society. And so I'm here because as the pastor of Mount Olive A.M.E. Church, of our Community Development Corporation, we've been all in long before I came here to be their pastor and the CEO, some 18 years ago. And beyond our local church ministries, we've endeavored to be a sustaining partner and collaborative community neighbor. We believe it's important to be able not just to be here and to make a difference of where you are, but to touch the community around us. We believe in community. We believe in children. From the $3 million Community Life Center that became the result of a public-private faith-based partnership that was built by Brother Ed Stilling, to the partnership we have with Anne Arundel Community College being their parole campus, from the environmental youth programs that we have now at Annapolis High School, to the youth eco-jobs we provided in the summer to over 40 young people, to the new environmental literacy after-school program that we launched yesterday here at Monarch Academy. We are all in because we believe that you make a difference by doing what you do and by loving children. The program is called LEAP, Learning and Exploring After School Program. We've got a little slogan that the young people say, that we are leapers, one and all. We are leapers, big and small. We are leapers because we are smart, we're leapers, and we're ready to start. We're all in, and we're out of my pocket. We're paying for it with a group of volunteers because we believe in children. And so as I prepare to leave, let me say this. Our aim is to leverage something called STREAM. It's science, technology, reading, environment, arts, and mathematics. We're using a curriculum that was perfected in Howard County in Baltimore at a school called Wild Lake Elementary School. It was the lowest performing school. And through this after-school program and this curriculum, the children accelerated 3 grade levels. We're only able to finance 2 days, and we need about 5 days to be able to truly implement it. But we are all in. We also believe in something called the avoidance of nature deficit disorder. It's been promoted and believed that young people who are not exposed properly to nature are not as calm, concentrated, and focused as kids who are. And so from an environmental perspective, we intend to use environmental literacy to not only affect the learning of our young people, but also their character and their demeanor. And so we're just excited to be here today. We're leapers, one and all. We are leapers, big and tall. We are leapers because we are smart. We are leapers and we're ready to start. God bless you and have a smile upon you.
All right, so I first and foremost want to say thank you to the boys and girls who were brave to come up here and introduce our speakers today. And for my wonderful fourth grade greeters who greeted our guests this morning, so thank you very much. So at this point in time, we have a very special ribbon cutting, a ribbon cutting that you probably have never seen before. And what I am going to do is I'm going to invite my third grade students, but you're going to listen for your teacher to give you directions, to come up and sit on the 3 carpets that we have here on the floor. So the adults will help you with that. And I would like to invite our dignitaries and special guests to come join us for the ribbon cutting.